You know, if there was a title for Mr. Celebrity Biographer, well, then this guy could easily be the world champ. His name is Andrew Morton, and you know how we live in a world where people love the dirty celebrity culture? Well, Andrew has written books about some of the most sensational names in the world. Monica Lewinsky, Madonna, David and Victoria Beckham, and Tom Cruise. Now, we'll get to the Tom Cruise thing in just a second. But for Morton, where it really kicked off was 1992. You see, he was a former tabloid reporter when he published a book called Diana, Her True Story. Now, which Diana do you think he was talking about? Yeah, Princess Diana. Now, Morton apparently wrote the book with her cooperation, and in the book revealed details about Diana's troubled marriage to Prince Charles, including claims that she tried to kill herself. Now, this book was majorly controversial and majorly successful. It was a bestseller, sold in 80 countries, made Morton a millionaire. And so that would be enough, right? You're the Diana guy. No, no, no. In the 90s, Morton took on another story.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Now, he didn't write the book about Bill Clinton. He wrote the book about Monica Lewinsky. It was called Monica's Story, and it detailed that whole drama with the press from her perspective. That book, again, another bestseller. But for all the buzz, when you write books about celebrity and you go inside that dirty world, there are going to be attacks on your credibility. And Morton has faced his fair share. Morton stands by his work. His latest unauthorized biography is getting a lot of chatter, because it's about this one.
Man, you don't even, you're Glenn.
Yep, Tom Cruise. Now, that book came out in January, and in this book, Morton claims that in the Church of Scientology, Tom is number 2 on the pecking order, and that faith has completely taken over Tom's life. Cruise, of course, denied it all and is said to be considering a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Andrew Morton. Welcome to the show, man. Good to see you.
Thank you. Nice to see you.
I mean, the Tom Cruise, but I mean, hey, come on, topless Tom Cruise.
Yeah, look, I like the shaving firm as
well. You like that, eh?
Know, that's right.
It's the playful Tom Cruise. I mean, there's a lot of
fun picture.
Yes, it is. I want to talk to you about how you open the book. If truth be told, Tom Cruise, his whole name, has always been something of a ladies' man. Sweethearts, girlfriends, lovers, wives. It has been a rare day in his life when he has not been wooing, wowing, or wedded to young women. It's a big decision to start a book about Tom Cruise like that.
Yeah, because I just decided just go for it. Cause it was an interesting story because it goes on to say that he first got married, quotes, aged 11 in a schoolyard in Ottawa,
in Canada,
when he was there for 3 years. And one of the
now, you mean he went down a processionally a little
no, you know, under an oak tree in the schoolyard to the local sweetheart. Funnily enough, lots of the former pupils would like to get to know that girl a bit better. I think she was the local heartthrob. But the thing is, everybody that when I was doing the research, everybody came up to me and said, "Is Tom Cruise gay? Is he gay?" And you know, and if I had $1 for every time somebody asked me that question, I'd be a rich man. I mean, what it was that obviously these rumours swirl around celebrities, royalty, whoever. I mean, you know, Prince Philip. You know, again, if you had a quid for every time somebody says, "Oh, he's got a secret family in Austria," or in Norfolk,
just
or
one.
or in Toronto. Just well, he's got a few secret families around, but you know, so he's from the kind of, you know, Mohammed Fayed school of conspiracy. Yeah. But with you know,
don't get me started on him. Carry on. Go ahead. Yeah.
But with little Tommy Maper, or Tom Cruise as he's now known, I mean, that has haunted him throughout his career. So start the book off as you mean to go on.
Yeah, you just went on and said he's straight.
And the interesting thing is, as well, that when I first started doing the research, the first thing his lawyer, Bert Fields, wrote to me and said, "If you say that he's gay, we will sue." You know, as though... And I wasn't really interested in whether he was gay or not. I mean, lots of people are interested in whether he's gay or not. I was more intrigued about why did this guy, who's known for being so tightly wrapped, so controlled, why was he bouncing, why was he abusing Oprah's couch, you know, and
testing,
he
was testing the couch.
He was whatever he was doing to the couch. I tell you want to try this on live TV, you try jumping backwards onto a couch, my knee is still hurting after trying it. I did it strictly for research.
But this is where it started for you, right? You were watching Tom Cruise meltdown on television and you thought, what is going on here?
This is a guy that we've all seen, you know, this is Mr. Control, you know, Cruise and Control. How many thousand times have you read that in articles about him? And here he is, what was he then, 42 years old, twice married, 2 children that he's adopted watching him chatting about some woman that he's only known for a few days. And as I found out in the research, more than that, just a few weeks before that, he'd have married somebody else, a girl called Sofia Vergara, this beautiful Colombian model that he was romancing, and because she wouldn't join his faith.
Is that the guy that Will Smith set him up with? Who's the guy that the girl that Will Smith?
This is the guy that, yeah. So, and again, I found her because I looked through his life, and there was never a day where there wasn't a girl in his life, and that was just a little period. And so hence the opening sentence.
The gay story thing I have no interest in, because that's personal for every human being. What I'm really interested in the way you handled it was dealing with the Church of Scientology. And I know that you come under, you have many supporters who buy your books, and you have a lot of critics who don't like the way you put your books together. But the Church of Scientology is a very difficult organization to go after. Many a journalist, many a writer has just shied away from it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, funnily enough, I got an email from a lovely lady called Paulette Cooper the other day, who, she was born in Auschwitz, her parents had died there, and she investigated the Scientologists in the 1970s, and they did a whole operation against her to drive her to suicide, to try and get her jailed for making fake bomb threats against them. And it's only after the FBI raided the Los Angeles headquarters of Scientology that she was exonerated. And she sent me a very nice note saying she's read the book and she thought it was absolutely spot on.
And I wonder how many you've got from the other side.
From the Scientologists?
Yeah.
Well, they've sent out an issued a 15-page rebuttal, calling me a bigot and all the rest, and